Hey students, good afternoon, good morning, however you're watching this. Today we're going to be revisiting the thesis statement. This one seems to be a bigger problem for everyone, kind of figuring out what a thesis is. And the last video is about 45 minutes, and so a lot of you are not clicking through the whole thing and watching it. So let's just break down exactly what a thesis is, and we'll give some examples. So to start off, what is a thesis statement? A thesis statement is a sentence that outlines your main point and reasons to support it. It is one sentence in length, only one sentence. Don't try and get fancy adding two sentences, a whole paragraph, none of that stuff. One sentence, keep it nice, simple, sweet. That's how a thesis should be. It is one sentence in length and touches on the main idea of your essay. Your thesis is the backbone for your essay. You can pull it out and see exactly what this essay is about. It's also providing a claim, and it lays out the structure for your argument. So with your thesis, you're able to see what this essay is about, what each paragraph is going to be about, and what are your main points. It's a very short, concise sentence, but it's very critical to have in your essay. So you need a thesis, or else it's not an essay. If you want to pass this high set, you are going to need a thesis. If you can write a thesis, you'll know how to write your essay, and you will be able to pass the high set essay portion. So let's look at how to actually do this. Lucky for you, the thesis, there's a formula for the thesis, all right? So the formula is, think of it like in math terms, where you get like a quadratic formula, you're just plugging stuff in. So all the word although, and then the counter argument, comma, subject plus opinion, because reason one, two, and three. I want you to say it back. I know if we were in a classroom, I'd have you say it back to me. So although counter argument, comma, subject and opinion, because reason one, comma, reason two, comma, and reason three. All you're doing is plugging in your information and you'll have a strong thesis. This is a strong thesis that will get you going for any of your essays that you write. So here's a little bit more detailed formula. So the writer is talking about the war on drugs. And so saying, although the counter argument would be most politicians, so they're talking about the war on drugs being a travesty of justice. The op You have to find a counter argument. The counter argument just means opposite of your argument. So if you're saying ice cream is delicious, one thing, the counter argument would be that ice cream is not delicious. And you would have to think, why would someone think ice cream isn't delicious? Oh, they don't like how sweet it is. Oh, they don't like how cold it is. Things like that. So, um, all you're doing, that's what a counter argument is. The subject and opinion, the subject would be ice cream, opinion would be is delicious. So this one might be a little too complicated, so let's go on to another example, all right? Uh, I imagine most of you are Padres fans living in San Diego, but I know some of you are probably some implants for some other teams, but we're going to work with the Padres. So let's try this as an example. We're going to talk about the Padres being a great baseball team. So, although some may say that the Padres are overrated, the Padres are the best team in baseball because of a great starting lineup, a strong bullpen of pitchers, and they have five players who made the All Star game. That would be a thesis statement for an essay about why the Padres are the best team in baseball. Breaking down that example, the counter argument. So my subject is the Padres. My opinion is that they are the best team in baseball. Regardless of what you think about the Padres, this is what we're going to be writing about. So the Padres would be a subject. The best team in baseball would be the opinion. And then a counter argument would be someone saying the Padres are not the best team in baseball. Why would they say they're not the best team in baseball? Oh, they're overrated. That could be what someone says. Or hey, they're not. they're not in first place. So you could say, although some may say the Padres are not in first place, they are still the best team in baseball. That would be transitioning into your thesis statement. Well, it's all part of the thesis statement, but it transitions into your subject and opinion. So, reason one would be because of a great starting lineup. Reason two would be a strong bullpen of pitchers. And reason three would be they have 5 players who made the All Star game. All of this contributes to a strong thesis statement, and I would be able to write a whole essay on this topic. The counter argument is addressed. My subject and opinion are clear. Reason one would be my paragraph one. Reason two is paragraph two. And reason three is paragraph three. So my first paragraph would be talking about the great starting lineup. My second paragraph, I would be talking about the pitchers. And then my third reason would be about the 5 players who made the All Star game. That is exactly how you're going to be writing a thesis. So I want to try another one. I want you all to try another one. So in this portion, you are going to create a thesis statement for the following topic. Should the minimum wage be raised? The minimum wage, remember, is the standard for paying somebody. I believe right now it's about $12 in San Diego. So should that be higher? Should people, it's a big topic right now. Should the minimum wage be raised to about $15 or should it not be raised to $15 and just be kept the same? So I want you to pause the video and look back at the formula and try to start plugging some stuff in, see what works. If you do believe that the minimum wage should be raised, why would someone think that it shouldn't be raised? And then come up with 3 reasons and put it in a thesis statement. So go ahead and pause the video now and work on that, and then we'll come back together and you'll click unpause and we'll work on that. All right, so go ahead and pause that now. All right, welcome back. So let's go back to where we were. So we're going to look at both sides of the argument. Should the minimum wage be raised or should it not be raised? This one is going to be talking about for. This is in for. This is for it, in favor of it. Although some may argue that certain jobs don't need to be paid a lot, that's the counter argument. The minimum wage should be increased because there is a worker shortage, price of living has increased, and people are still struggling due to COVID. Those are 3 reasons. The subject and opinion, subject minimum wage, opinion should be increased, and counter argument, some may argue that certain jobs don't need to be paid a lot. There's a strong thesis statement that you can make an essay out of. Let's try the against. So, although some may say that the price of living has increased or raised, the minimum wage should not increase because some jobs should not be paid a higher wage, people should move to lower cost areas, and the economy can't handle paying more money. Regardless of what you feel and think about these topics, those are reasons that you can write an essay on. Remember, when you're writing your essay, you do have to back up your points with at least some sort of evidence, whether it be an anecdote. An anecdote is a short story, a personal story. So it's like, oh, well, my friend makes a lot of money, something like that. That's an anecdote. Facts, statistics, those are things you would find in the news, things like that. So keep these in mind when you're trying to write a thesis. This video wasn't 45 minutes. It is a bit longer than what I was hoping for, but it is very important and very necessary if you want to pass the essay portion of the high set. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and let me or your teacher know. I want you to please submit your practice thesis so you can receive credit. Yeah, I don't have a slide on that, but you do need to upload the notes that you took and your practice thesis in order to get credit. So go ahead and click upload into the Google Classroom and you'll be able to get credit for that. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Um, Have a great day.